As the regular season comes to a close, we're looking toward the playoffs, but we need your help. Palm Beach County Friday Night Football is seeking sponsors for postseason action, including the 14th Annual All-Star Game on December 15th. Follow your team's road to the state finals on PalmBeachPost.com with all the coverage you've come to know from Palm Beach County Friday Night Football. To find out how you can be a sponsor, email us at PBCFNF@AOL.com. That's PBCFNF@AOL.com. Let's keep the season going. Palm Beach County Friday Night Football is brought to you by the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, the Miami Dolphins, Urban Youth Impact, and William Ward. Special thanks to Terrence Freeman, attorney at law, and Gator Leasing. And now, back to the game.
Welcome back to Palm Beach County Friday Night Football. I'm with the coach over at Lake Worth, Eric Lowe. Thanks a lot, Coach, for giving us this halftime interview. Your performance in the first half, how do you think your kids did?
They didn't do too bad. Defense is holding up pretty good. Offense ain't clicking the way we should, so we got to get out here and do something this first drive.
Well, let's talk about Star a little bit. He wasn't seem like he was able to pass the football. Is it the wind, or what do you think?
We just didn't, get an opportunity to do the things that we wanted to do with him, and we had to run the ball a little bit, and that's, that's our game plan, and we're going to stick with it, and when the opportunity comes to throw, we'll throw.
There's a lot at stake. Are the kids tense, or do you feel they're loosened up and they're ready for this second?
They're fine. They're fine. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. They're very loose, so expect a good one.
And I know you're ready to go, too. Thanks a lot, Coach. All the best to you. Thanks a lot. Coach Eric Lowe, who played football for Lake Worth High School, and now he's the coach. He's been the coach for the last 5 years. Dan and the coach, over to you back in the press box for the second half action.
Thank you, Rick. We've got some stats to give you, and pardon me for reading them, but I didn't memorize them. Starr, only 3 of 5 for 27 yards, 2 carries, 2 yards. Watson has 41 yards on 4 carries. We were impressed with him. Perry, 3 carries for 28 yards. But on the Park Vista side, you've got Norfus with 11 carries for 84 yards, and Selicourt 7 for 35 yards. So Park Vista's rushed the ball already for over 110 yards.
Well, I think general rule of thumb is if you run more plays, you get more yards. I think Lake Worth ran about 14 plays the whole first half, and I think Park Vista ran 3 times that many. And that's the secret of the game. Eric standing out there saying, well, we didn't get a chance to, well, that's it. I mean, you got 14 plays, there's not a whole lot you're going to do. People look at it and say, well, they really contained Jackson. Well, he's only thrown the ball 5 times.
Right.
But, they've got to run more plays, obviously, and the more they run, the better chance they have of breaking something deep.
Park Vista controlling the ball well in the first half, using Norfus and Selicourt effectively. And that's certainly one of their keys to the game, was to keep the ball out of Star Jackson's hands as much as possible. So here is the kickoff now. It is deep. It is taken on the 2-yard line. That's Winfield Vincent, and he'll get it just past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Winfield didn't see it, and there was a huge hole right in the middle of the field. He caught it a little bit late and was able to get the ball up to about the 27. But there is a huge hole right in the middle of the field. He could have torn that up.
So Lake Worth gets the ball to start the second half, and they'll be going against the wind. Jackson with not impressive numbers in the first half, but as Coach Lowe said, didn't really get to do what we wanted to. And now they're going to take it around the right side, and a decent gain there, I believe, Watson.
Nathan Burgess on the hit, and outstanding fill from the linebacker position. He's a real good hitter. I've noticed that people go backwards when he hits him, so he's got some force behind his tackling ability.
Yeah, 3-year starter for the Cobras, strong, intelligent, and a team captain. So you will see number 44 in on a lot of those plays. You'll see number 21 in on some tackles as well, Jake Owen. Second down now. They give again up the middle, and a nifty little move there to gain some yards, because Watson looks like he was stopped in the backfield, but he gets a 4 or 5 yard gain out of it.
We're seeing some wonderful moves at the line of scrimmage by these backs. The spin moves and get your hand on the ground, keep your balance. That's stuff you don't coach. And we've seen a lot of that tonight, Dan.
Now, I could have been wrong there. That might have been Perry, but not sure. Yeah, it must have been Perry because I don't see Watson out there at the moment. All right, so at any rate, it's 3rd and a long 2. And the give is going to be over the right side. Flag flies. It looks like it was short of the first down anyway, but that's probably going to be a holding call.
That's correct, Dan. I'm sure it's going to be holding on Lake Worth. And one of the fewest penalties we've had tonight. We haven't had any holding calls, and we haven't had any interruptions. And boy, I like that. I like to see a flow to the game. And when I see so many penalties, it just tells me that everything's going to be choppy. And I like to see this flow.
Yeah, there were very few flags so far in this one, and very few flags last week in the Gardens-Jupiter game as well, I noticed, which is nice. The game flows a little bit, you know.
Absolutely, and I think play is improved. It's just like a pitcher in baseball who's throwing strikes. The game goes with, you know, some rhythm to it.
Well, Star Jackson needs a strike here on 3rd down and about 13 to go for the first down. He has already committed verbally to the University of Alabama. Now, going deep along the sideline, he's got a man and he's got an interference call. And I was waiting on that because number 18, Brad Pierre, was ready to go on that one and set it up.
The defensive back on the Park Vista side was caught between a rock and a hard place there, Dan. The ball floated on him going into the wind, and actually he was in pretty good position, but when he turned, he shielded off the receiver, and I believe it's going to go against Park Vista for defensive interference.
And let's see what the call is. It is pass interference against Park Vista.
Pass interference there on the Cobras. That will be a first down for the Trojans.
Dan Medeiros looked like was the guilty of the infraction there, number 19. And a first down for Lake Worth.
And here we go at the 40-yard line. We're going to see if they come out in a spread formation.
Jackson in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's got receivers downfield, and behind his intended target there, it looks like it was Willie Hall who he was going after there. And thank you for the sentiments, the cheerleaders from Park Vista. We love PBCFNF, Palm Beach County Friday Night Football. Absolutely.
Jackson was behind the receiver in that last play. A very poor throw by a quarterback that is 2nd in the county in passing.
Battling some wind out there, so 2nd and 10, looking to throw again. Got a man in the flat, wide open, and he's going to make some yardage out of it as well.
To the right side, gain of about 8 yards.
That was Marquise McNeil once again making his presence known.
I think that's Marquise' 3rd catch, and I think he's caught the ball in the same place every time.
Yeah.
What happened there was Park Vista brought the free safety on a free safety blitz, and he got picked up pretty well. You can see Lake Worth knows how to pass block, and they get a guy wide open in the flats. Pretty good play on the defense by Park Vista to limit it to a 8-yard gain.
And the free safety is Jake Owen, number 21, one of the better athletes on the team. But you don't want him being totally blocked out of a play when you got a man with that kind of speed. And Marquise was trying to break it, and he's one of those young guys who will break several of them before he's done. Only a sophomore, but with explosive speed. And a big part of the Lake Worth offense. Okay, now 3rd and 2. Big play here for Lake Worth and for Jackson. The give over the right side, and it looks like he's going to have enough.
3rd down run off the right side.
That was Perry leaping over the line.
And that's a good call, Dan. He leaped over the line. There was nothing at the line of scrimmage. Park Vista had it bottled up, and he got airborne and got the first down.
Boy, talk about desire there. He wanted it, and he got it.
And that's enough for a
I don't think we've seen better or harder running by running backs than in this game all season long.
Some of the better runners in the county on the field tonight, and they are giving their all. Lake Worth with another first down. Now he's going to fake, trying to avoid the tackle, but he is going to be sacked. And Jeff Cregan, they're saying, on the sack.
Cregan does a great job from his defensive end position, going up the field on the bootleg, and Jackson tries to get in the air, and Keegan gets a piece of him. There's a great play right there, keeping his outside arm free, and while going down, he has the perseverance to tackle him by his ankle. So big loss on first down. We got 2nd and 20.
That was actually a trip. I'm not sure if that's a penalty in high school football or not, but Cregan, the strongest player on the team, able to get him with a toe. Now here's the call up the middle, and with all kinds of running room and struggling forward on a terrific run is Roosevelt Watson. Wow.
Very good call by Eric Lowe on 2nd and long. The drop play, safe with a great running back, and you go from 2nd and 20 to 3rd and 5 in a very manageable situation.
Take a look again.
Here's the drop play, and notice how the rushers over pursue the football, and now Watson gets in the secondary, and he's got great legs. I mean, he really pushes off and gets everything out of it.
All right, so 3rd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. He's got some time. He's going deep. He's got a man, and no. And another interference call. I'm not sure about that one.
That was horrible. You're not sure about it, and I can tell you right now, you cannot play better pass defense than was played right there. And that was number 25.
Evan Herring.
Evan Herring, and Evan has got a legitimate beef. He didn't do a thing wrong. The official got out of position, couldn't see what was happening, and boy, I'll tell you, Lake Worth bought a big one there.
No possibility they were calling offensive. I guess not, because there goes the ball. And that's going to be a big call. That's going to be a tough one for Brian Dodds to take as keeps the drive going, and they're down now to the 30-yard line with another first down.
Yeah, when you say the officials don't have a big part in the game, plays like that as a coach just drive you absolutely crazy.
So 1st and 10. The give to Watson around the right side. Watson's going to get maybe 3 yards before he's bottled up by that defense.
Lake Worth comes out in the straight T formation, Dan. Haven't seen that in a long time. And just run power off tackle, but. All right, here's the interference call. We got it on tape, and I want somebody to tell me where the interference took place.
Both players, there was some contact, but both players were clearly going for the football.
Good job by our camera crew picking that up and verifying our obvious correctness on the call.
There you go. 2nd down and 6, maybe 7 to go here. From the shotgun, fakes the handoff, trying to get some room, gets rid of it, and he's got a man, and oh, he drops it. Oh, and that was Marquise once again. Marquise McNeil, who had it right in his hands and dropped it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I honestly believe that number 10, Willie Hall, chipped that ball. Lilly was underneath as the receiver running a fade post. Let's see if we can see it. I think he might have got a piece out of it, and that's why the receiver changed the trajectory of the ball. Nope. I'm wrong. That ball I could have caught.
He just turned his head before it was in his hands. Young player, a sophomore, and that will happen. But 3rd down now, and we get a flag and stop the play.
Well, I'm just trying to give the receiver the benefit of the doubt, but Dan called it correctly. That's a dropped pass in any league.
And in a big game like that, it's a big drop, but Marquise will be back, I'm sure. All right. Looks like it's going to be against Lake Worth.
I think we've had more penalties in the first 5 minutes of the second half, Dan, than we did in the entire first half.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.